In today's gaming world, there is a renewed focus on recreating the pixel graphic works of art that molded many of our childhood gaming experiences. Developers want to bring back that simple yet beautiful art style while still providing incredibly polished gameplay fans have come to demand. Throw in a kick-ass soundtrack, stylish, brutal slice and dice action, and a few time-manipulating samurai, and you may have just created a masterpiece. Join me in our next edition of Pick Up, Push Off, or Pass as we look at ASCIIsoft's new release, Katana Zero. The publisher Devolver Digital is no stranger to retro-style games that pack a punch. With a history of releasing games like Enter the Gungeon, The Messenger, and Hotline Miami, expectations are high with their newest release. While the experience may currently be a little short, there is no doubt their reputation is only made that much stronger with such a gorgeous, action-packed, and just downright fun experience in Katana Zero. Elements of each of the previously mentioned games are all present in the game, but are uniquely combined to make for familiar, yet still refreshing and brilliant gameplay. This is a classic example of publishers like Devolver using their experience and success to bring similar building blocks into their basic game structure while adding new elements like an acrobatic time-controlling samurai to create unique titles players love before even picking them up. First and foremost, the game is beautiful and captures the classic pixel graphic feel while still looking clean and polished. The soundtrack perfectly matches the tone of every moment of the game, from the slow, neo-noir scenes filled with dialogue and storytelling to the breakneck, death-filled combat as you leave body after body headless, bleeding, or disintegrated in your wake. While most of the gameplay is action-oriented, there is an intriguing and well-told story if you choose to enjoy the dialogue and immerse yourself in the world around you. At times you will feel confused, yet equally eager to learn more as you piece together the breadcrumbs of the narrative. Failure is part of the experience as you plan out your relentless assault stage after stage, yet it happens in a way that makes you feel like even more of a badass deadly assassin. Your character has the gift of precognition, which means that learning the layout of each level and the enemies within is something that only happens from the player's perspective. All of your enemies and allies ever see is your perfectly executed slashes and dodges as you manipulate time to overcome every threat. Anytime a developer can make failure an educational, albeit frustrating experience where the player learns a little more and progresses a little further, they're taking a step in the right direction. Each mistake feels just like that, your own personal mistake, where you failed to use the tools you had in the right way or at the right time. Before your death animation is over, you're slamming the restart button because you know what you should have done and what you have to do next time. And hey, at least you're dying to a great beat, right? Katana Zero does start off as a fairly easy game, but that is primarily just an opportunity to introduce you to all the mechanics. The later stages do ramp up in difficulty, but don't expect the game to ever feel impossible. This can either be a good or a bad thing if you're a glutton for Dark Souls type experiences. The current iteration of the game is a little bit short, which may be the only downside. I was able to complete my first playthrough in just 3 hours, but during those 3 hours, I wasn't able to put down the controller. 3 hours of gameplay for $15 may seem disproportionate to some, but the developers have already said they're working on their first free DLC in a speedrun mode, so more content is definitely coming, and I can't personally wait to get into it. In summary, Katana Zero is one of the best indie experiences available on PC and Nintendo Switch. Beautiful pixel graphics, an engaging story, action-packed gameplay, and one of the best gaming soundtracks I've ever heard, making this an overwhelming recommendation to pick up ASAP. While $15 might sound a bit much for a relatively short experience, the quality is through the roof, and with more DLC and updates already in the works, there's no telling what the future of this game is going to be. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at the Game Gurus, thanks for watching, and play on.